Good morning, friends, family, and folks. I presided over a very, very special and fun wedding once, and in doing so, I put in a quote that was very important to the bride's father. And the quote was, from the date of birth to the date of death, what's most important is the dash in between. What's most important about the dash in between, in my opinion, what's most important in life. And that is when we get threatened of our lives, the most important thing is our loved ones, right? And I don't like to say it, but anybody in a situation of tragedy is more inclined to call their loved ones than they are to call their book editor or their boss, right? So this is not profound nor surprising, but it is good to be reminded of it, because on a day-to-day level, we tend to call people who are in the more administrative roles in our lives because we also need to get things done as it is. But I was listening to a speaker today, Jim Quick, and he is a specialist on the brain, and I'm very interested in the mindset that directs our brain. And so I'm also reading a book by Carolyn Leaf, and what I'm excited to share with you is when we change our mindset, we can actually physically change our brains. So this is known, it's scientific. We could go into that a whole heck of a lot more someday. But for today, Jim Quick brought in a French philosopher that he quoted. And in that French philosopher, he spoke about the C between the B and the D. And so the B is birth, the D is death. And as we do our ABCDs, the C is between the birth and the death. And I would like to add where my mind goes, and that is a really big C. A sea of loved ones, a sea of opportunity, a sea of storms, a sea of calms, a sea of sunrises, a sea of sunsets, and a sea of life. And in that sea, it represents choice. And our mindset is where our choices come from. Our life situation is rarely in our control. What's in our control is how we choose to be, do, and understand our life situation. And there's so much more. But for today, let it be known that the C between the B and the D is a big part of that dash between birth and death, our choices. And they have a domino effect. One choice leads to the next. So I encourage you to give good thought to your mindset and to your choices today, for they matter. And it is also important for us to sometimes in those choices go out of our comfort zone, because we often make choices that validate us. So if I know it's not probable for me to succeed, then I will be accurate in saying it's probably not going to succeed. And at least then I can say, aha, I was right. But maybe it's more important to be in right relationship. Not only right relationship with your body, not only right relationship with your people, but maybe most importantly, right relationship with yourself. And there are times when we need to curl up and cocoon, but there's also times we need to get out of that cocoon and dry our wings and spread them, right? And fly. And those choices are yours. So remember this. Lots of times we're uncomfortable. And we sometimes are uncomfortable because we are in too long in our comfort zone. And sometimes we are uncomfortable because we are outside of our comfort zone. So doing what brings us comfort too much can be uncomfortable. And not doing enough of what stretches us out of our comfort zone can also make us uncomfortable. So you have to choose. And so for this week, I am really working at think, Feel, Choose. It's an acronym that I have started to live by. TFC. Think, Feel, Choose. Think, Feel, Choose. Think, Feel, Choose. Because we have a lot of power in our choices. And they're not easy, and neither is life. But it is a blessing and a miracle. And I want to make the best of it, and I hope the same for you. So thank you for this time on the pew with Sue, and thank you. I watched a show the other day, and I thought, that's what I've been trying to say to you all. Thank you. I hope I have earned your attention. I hope I have earned your valuable attention. Amen. Thank you, friends, family, and folks. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. And don't forget to share. Appreciate it. Cheers.